Thank you, Jason. You're a hard act to follow. It's my great pleasure to be introducing tonight's final award. It's our Lifetime Achievement Award, and it recognizes a highly respected leader who has inspired and led Ontario's life sciences community to imagine a bigger and better future for our sector. It is bestowed upon an individual who has been a significant contributor in more than one domain of the Ontario life sciences sector. One look at the list of past recipients speaks to the caliber of talent here in Ontario. And in fact, we have in the room tonight several past award winners, including Murray McLaughlin, Mark Poznansky, and John Dirks. Put your hands together for those past award winners. In your program books is a full list of the award recipients, the past award recipients, and I think they're on the screen there. This year, once again, we're recognizing a truly exceptional leader who has shaped the trajectory of Ontario life sciences, Dr. Mickey Milner. Please take a moment and watch the video on the screen. Mickey, I'd have a few more words that I want to say about you before I present the award. You know, I recall when I first met you, I was working with the province at the time, and you came in and you met with us to tell us about then what was the Health Technology Exchange. And you were telling us about this great, innovative new program that you had developed, and it was a technology assessment program that would put new, innovative medical devices in the hands of clinicians. They would get to use these technologies and give feedback to the inventors and the companies that were commercializing these technologies. And it was the success of this program that really built the reputation of HTX that has gone on to help companies like Synaptive Medical that we've heard tonight. And it was also the precursor to many other programs such as Mars Excite. You've always been one step ahead of your time, my friend. And I think bow ties are even making a comeback. That's why I wore one tonight. Mickey, your reputation in medical and assistive devices field is unparalleled. I think from your video, what has been most impactful and probably what is most important to you, and I'll let you speak to it, but what really comes across to me is how many lives that you have improved through your work. And I think this is most true in regards to the many children whose suffering your work has helped ease. You have given a lifetime of contribution to our sector, so many patients and children especially, and it is absolutely my honor to present to you our Lifetime Achievement Award. Please join me in congratulating Mickey.
Honourable Ministers, the Jason duo, many thanks indeed for this very significant award. I was thunderstruck when I received a call from Jason Field advising me of this most prestigious award from an organisation of such relevance and important profile. My dear parents, I know, would have relished this occasion, and many thanks indeed for the kindest tribute expressed in the audiovisual presentation. It'll indeed be a lasting family treasure, and I plan to share it with my grandchildren in particular, in a sense to provide them with some possible inspiration about the ways in which they might contribute in sectors such as ours. I'm further honoured to be among this year's award recipients, and I congratulate Rafi, Alison, Russell, and Cameron on their significant achievements and contributions. And my grateful thanks also to Dan Wasserman, who nominated me, and to the selection committee that felt it was appropriate for me to be the recipient tonight. An occasion such as this, a lifetime award, gives one pause to contemplate the elements that contribute to and even augment a meaningful professional life. First and foremost, I have to pay tribute to my family, particularly Maureen, my wife of almost 58 years, whose enduring support, Patience and forbearance has enabled me to, as it were, do my thing. With our family, we've moved several times across continents, and Maureen has successfully made many challenging domestic adjustments, created new friendships, facilitated the growth and development of our wonderful children and grandchildren, and adorned our home with enormously creative artistic talents. I recall a speech made by a dear uncle of mine at our wedding, in which he anticipated that we would together engineer lives of artistic perfection. She certainly brought this about. As you've already learnt, our first child, Michelle, who was with cerebral palsy, gave me the inspiration to pursue my chosen career path. In engaging with the medical profession at the time, this was in the 60s, it struck me most forcibly about the need for multidisciplinary approaches to the solution of important problems in the life science area. And it kind of set me on the path to engage in this kind of work. I thought about the many teachers, colleagues, and friends who have been instrumental in shaping my career, and I'm grateful to all of them. In particular, I'm mindful of the helpfulness of my first boss and significant role model, the late Professor Guarino Renza Bozzoli, who was then head of the Department of Electrical Engineering at my alma mater, Witwatersrand University in Johannesburg. He encouraged me in every possible way to pursue my interest as an academic and arranged for me to acquire my first books in the medical sphere. My friend Dr. David Jacobson provided invaluable support as I completed my PhD and thereafter, and the late Dr. John Basmajian, former head of the Department of Anatomy at Queen's University, with whom I had the privilege of an exciting scientific collaboration in Canada and the United States, was also a significant support. Mr. David Martin, former president and CEO of the Hospital for Sick Children, and at the time that I was involved, he was CEO of the Ontario Crippled Children's Centre, now Holland Bloorview Children's Rehabilitation Hospital. He recruited me to the centre, and his confidence in me and encouragement helped enormously in advancing developments in rehabilitative and assistive technologies in the country. From the perspective of institutional support, I have to cite the Children's Rehabilitation Centre and the excellent competitive granting programs provincially and nationally that enable one to make some of the strides that we were able to make. A substantial part of my energies, as you probably know, was directed to the commercialization of technology in the medical and assistive technology spheres. The enlightened programs at the time of the Ministry of Research, Innovation and Science have served us well, and my involvement with HTX, the health technology, as its president and CEO, and then as a board member, came about with that ministry's support. Bill Mantell and Walter Kushner were remarkably tuned into the issues of our sector. I found that the ministry was listening to the points that we were presenting about the sector and were empathetic towards us, and this enabled us to kind of move a lot of the programs forward. I'm most grateful for the collegiality, passion, and enthusiasm for the field exhibited by my colleagues on the HTX board. And in particular, I've drawn much inspiration from the insights and example of my friend Peter Goodhand. I'm grateful also for the many students who chose to work with me. I probably learned more from them than they learned from me. And many have gone on to continue meaningfully in our sector. I suspect that the influence will in some measure be demonstrated at the 2017 Accessibility Innovation Showcase, which our government is sponsoring and will be held in September of this year. I've been fortunate in all my ventures to be supported by remarkable staff. In many respects, they and my students are as much deserving of this award as am I. My grateful thanks to Life Sciences Ontario for this special distinction. I wish this remarkable organization continuing success in fostering the life sciences sector. Thank you so much for this very distinctive honor.